One Love family, what's up? Jesse Tree here, getting ready to make the dark berry anti-aging collagen support superfood blueberry vegan cheesecake for my mother-in-law for her birthday. I'm going to start here by making the crust. I got a cup of almonds and about a third of a cup of medjool dates that I'm going to put in the Cuisinart with a pinch of salt. So that's about the consistency you want. You just want it busted up enough, so that it's kind of like a crumb. Now I'm going to press it into the springform pan. So I lined the springform pan with parchment paper, and you just kind of spread it out here nice, but then you just press it down and get a nice even layer. And get this all evenly pressed out, and then I will stick it in the freezer while I make the cashew cheesecake part. So that's all pressed out now. Wanted to mention that we used almonds that my son and I had harvested from our tree and liberated from their shells, so this will have a really fresh amaretto flavor. So next here we have 2 cups of cashews that I soaked in water for at least 20 minutes. Good to soak them overnight, but soft nuts you can just do for 20 or 30 minutes. I'm going to put in about a half a cup of coconut oil, a half cup of blueberries, 2 scoops of the dark berry, the juice of 1 lemon, and some, this is in another container, but this is monk fruit extract powder for sweetener. Monk fruit is an adaptogen, so that's going to help with reducing stress, but it's also a no glycemic index sweetener, and that's in a lot of the Purium products, so it's a really great way to have that sweet flavor without taking a bunch of sugar in, and keeping your insulin levels good and your blood sugar regulation good. So that my dad is pre-diabetic, and I made one of these pies for him, and he took his insulin levels before and after, and it was actually lower after because the dates and the cashews also regulate blood sugar and will reduce blood sugar even though they're sweet. So now I'm rinsing and drained and rinsing my nuts. That rinses the phytic acid off of them. So the soaking and the rinsing, and the phytic acid is like an anti-nutrient. So it's good to get some of that washed out. So now in here I've got the coconut oil and the cashews. I'm going to put in half a cup of blueberries and a little more than a quarter cup of the anti-aging collagen support, the dark berry, and the juice of 1 lemon. I'm going to put in about a quarter teaspoon of salt, as well as 4 little scoops of this monk fruit extract. Could also use stevia, but I prefer the monk fruit because it's more than just anti-glycemic. It's actually, as I said before, an adaptogen. So I'm going to blitz that up until it's nice and creamy. So it should come out nice and creamy like this. I ended up having to put in almost a half a cup of water to get it to blend well. But, so you're going to want to do that. You could also use honey or maple syrup instead of monk fruit, but that would give you a little more liquid. So if you're going to use honey or maple syrup, I would suggest using about a quarter cup of honey or maple syrup. And then last of all, you're just going to pour that over the top of your crust and then you smooth it out and put it in the freezer. So I'm going to take time to do that, and I'll show you the finished product here. So after I've smoothed it out, I like to kind of like jiggle it and get it to lay nice and flat. And now this goes in the freezer until it sets up. Alright family, so here we have our finished dark berry, blueberry, vegan cheesecake. Super high in MCT oil. You got your lion's mane and stuff in there. You got berries that are antioxidant, dates, almonds, cashews, and so you're gonna eat this cheesecake and your blood sugar will be less. It's super delightful and tasty, and your concentration and cognitive abilities will be improved. Can you imagine that? I can't imagine. When I was a kid, everyone told me, don't eat sweets, they're not good for you. I didn't ever realize.